Now on CoastTV News.
The biggest of wins on this field tonight, and you're going to hear what the fans think about this victory.
The stakes are high, but the spirits are even higher. How Cape and Lopin came together as a school to show its support ahead of tomorrow's football game. A heated debate in the House of Representatives as they consider the expulsion of Congressman George Santos. Will this unprecedented move be the end of his political career?
Bundle up, chilly cheers as temps tumble tonight and make way for waves of rain in the stands for tomorrow's state final game.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening. I'm Mallory Metzner. Charlie Sakaitis is on assignment. Welcome to our news at 11. We begin tonight with a live look outside into Ocean City. It is a cold evening here along the coast, so let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, who joins us now with a look at the forecast tonight. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Mallory. Well, we start off with weather because we've had several outside and state events and sport events that have been really weather dependent upon this particular juncture. And we're right now holding at 44 degrees in Rehoboth Beach. It's 39 in Georgetown, 43 in Millsboro, as well as Selbyville. A very chilly 38 degrees currently for us actually in Ocean Pines, and we're at 45 at Indian River Inlet. But here's what it feels like. It feels like 40 there, but it feels like 40 for us actually in Seaford and 34 degrees actually in Georgetown. Now, fortunately, we now have the winds that are pushing directly out of the southwest, and that's helping us as far as making it feel a little bit milder for us throughout the rest of the evening hours, but the wind gusts are staying very minimal at best. Now, as we focus on what's been happening over there with the football game in Annapolis, it continues to stay very clear for us, although we do still have some active, very gusty winds as the folks are traveling from the game back over on the other side. So we're looking at about 25 mile per hour wind gusts, but as far as our immediate coastline is concerned, we're looking pretty clear for this particular juncture, but we're keeping a close eye on this trough and a frontal boundary behind it because we have a double helping of rain that's going to be headed in our direction. And the winds are going to be picking up momentum, particularly coming out of the south over going into Friday, particularly Friday night for the game that's going to be in Delaware, because we're looking at 22 to 26 mile per hour wind gusts from the south. Here's a look at the next 12 hours. We're looking for clear skies from 1 to 3 o'clock. By 5 o'clock, we'll see a few increasing clouds by then. Scattered cloud cover by 7 o'clock with temperatures in the 30s. Temperatures are going to escalate even more so for us as we go into the weekend, but also what escalates? Our chances of rain in a major way. Now, instead of 2 days, the updated models are indicating we're going to have 3, possibly 4 days of rain, and there's a chance of, dare I say it, snow possibly by Wednesday of next week. Mallory?
Paul, thank you. It was an incredible and historic game tonight with Stephen Decatur winning their first ever state championship game against Huntingtown 21-13. Live at the Navy Stadium in Annapolis is CoastTV News anchor Charlie Sakaitis, who was in the stands. Charlie, what did you see out there?
You know, Mallory, in the stands, there was just an incredible feeling in the air. We all know that it's the players who put in the effort. You know, they go to the practices, they lift the weights, they score the touchdowns. They're the ones whose body hurts the next day. But the fans live and die with every single play. And Stephen Decatur getting their first ever state championship, you got to hear the reaction from the fans on this one.
It's history. I mean, you know, we've never been here.
I feel glorious! It means everything. It means everything. Bringing home this championship to our hometown for the first time, it means it all.
This is the best day of my life, and I never had this time like this, and it's the best day of my life! Yes!
I'm just really proud of them, and it means, like, we're not done. Like, we're going to keep going, and I'm just so proud of them and everything they've done.
Now, we're going to show you highlights of this game coming up a little bit later with our DSN crew. You're going to be able to see all the touchdowns that led to that celebration. But right now, they're getting ready to turn the lights out here in Annapolis. Just on the game, though, not on the season. Tomorrow, we're going to have another contest, Cape Henlopen, looking for a state title. So we're going to get these emotions all over again. For now, from Annapolis and for CoastTV News, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
Thank you, Charlie. And as game day draws near for Cape Henlopen, as you just said, excitement and school spirit are reaching new heights. The community is rallying for the upcoming showdown against Salesianum. Coast TV News reporter Tori Seagraves takes us inside the school, where the air is electric with anticipation for what's already a significant victory for the community.
In the hallways of Cape Henlopen High School, the sound of band instruments and cheers set a festive mood. Football players receive good luck wishes from their classmates as they pass by each classroom. It's a scene of celebration, marking the football team's first journey to the state championship in decades.
Yeah, it's history. Like, it's been 40 years since we've made it to the state championship, but we knew we could do it. We had the team for it, and we showed it, so.
Some students, like Jocelyn Fisher, are thrilled by the team's unexpected success.
I knew that we were going to be good. I just didn't think we were going to make it this far, but they're doing amazing.
Bruce LeBeau shares how the game's anticipation has even spilled over into classrooms.
They're so excited, whether they're anticipating the game itself, what they're going to do in the game, and even some of my students, what we're going to do for tailgating, who's going to bring the grill.
A game that hasn't even happened yet, bringing students and staff together.
It makes you a bigger family, and even the community is coming to support what the team's doing. And there's just such pride in the fact that the kids worked hard, the team worked hard, and they're going to have their time and the opportunity to show the host state what they're able to do.
The Cape Henlopen football team will be having their team meal at Nicola's before coming back to Cape Henlopen High School for their big send-off at 3:30. I'm Tori Seagraves in Lewis, Coast TV News.
The Cape Henlopen Vikings state game starts tomorrow against Salesianum at the University of Delaware at 7 p.m. Delmarva Sports Network coverage starts at 6:30. Lewis City officials looked at possible regulations to allow the sale, manufacturing, and testing of marijuana in the city. Regulations included permitted zoning districts, abiding by all state regulations, obtaining a business license with the city, the allowable distance from a school or university, and more. The city also discussed a possible ban. Some people in Lewis are not opposed to marijuana, but do not feel Lewis is the place to sell it.
I think that it will attract maybe people who are just looking for that, whereas here we promote strolling around, going to the different shops, enjoying our restaurants, enjoying what downtown Lewis has to offer instead of coming in and stopping and getting something like that.
Surrounding coastal towns like Dewey Beach, Rehoboth Beach, Bethany Beach, and Ocean City already have bans in place. The city is looking to schedule a public hearing on the potential ban of marijuana sales. And that brings us to our Coast TV poll this evening. We want to know if you think that Lewis should allow marijuana businesses. Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier tonight. And it's been almost a close first and second place here. Yes, in all zones at 48% at the moment. No to marijuana businesses is at 38%. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttvnews.com or on our mobile app. More Israeli hostages were released today as part of the ongoing truce between Israel and Hamas. The truce was extended for one more day at the last minute to allow more captives to be freed. The extra day saw 8 more hostages released, including 6 Israeli hostages that were handed over to the Red Cross and headed towards Israeli territory. 2 other Israeli hostages were released earlier in the day from Hamas captivity and arrived at a hospital by helicopter. The truce also allowed for some humanitarian aid into Gaza after much of the territory, home to 2.3 million people, was reduced to a wasteland. Members of the House are debating whether to expel Republican Congressman George Santos. The call for his removal comes after a scathing report from the House Ethics Committee. A vote isn't expected until tomorrow morning. Jen Sullivan reports on what's at stake for the New York representative.
Good morning, everybody.
Embattled Congressman George Santos could soon be expelled from Congress, the harshest form of punishment for a lawmaker in the House.
If I leave, the bullies take place. This is bullying.
The New York congressman holding a combative news conference Thursday, just hours before House members debated whether to expel him.
He is a perpetrator of a massive fraud on his constituents and the American people.
Do you solemnly swear?
Since he was sworn in earlier this year, Santos has been the center of scrutiny, accused of lying about everything from his education to his family background. The congressman is in serious legal trouble, too. Santos has pleaded not guilty to 23 federal charges, including allegations of fraud related to COVID-19 unemployment benefits, misusing campaign funds, and lying about his personal finances on the House disclosure reports. But he continues to refuse to resign.
I will not stand by quietly.
This isn't the first attempt to remove Santos from Congress, but the push is now being motivated by a scathing report released by the House Ethics Committee.
It found substantial evidence that he engaged in fraudulent conduct.
Only 5 members have ever been expelled from the chamber. 3 for fighting for the Confederacy during the Civil War. The other 2 convicted of crimes. Santos has yet to face trial, leaving some Republicans concerned about expelling him before he's convicted in a court of law.
Mr. Santos is setting a very dangerous precedent.
The House is expected to vote Friday. A 2/3 majority vote is needed to expel Santos. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
While Santos has refused to resign, he did previously announce that he would not seek re-election. New today in Delaware, an effort to improve holiday safety. Delaware Governor John Carney has officially declared December as a safe family holiday month. The governor, alongside the Delaware Office of Highway Safety and Delaware Blue Coats officials, signed a pledge to promote safe holiday travel during a recent event at Chase Fieldhouse. This launch marks the beginning of a month-long safe family holiday campaign aimed at raising awareness about the risks of holiday travel and providing resources for responsible choices on the road. New today, House Republicans are pushing to formalize an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. That's according to multiple senior GOP sources. Up until this point, House Republicans have not had the votes to legitimize their inquiry, but they now want to strengthen their subpoenas and compel testimony. After the White House told Congress the inquiry lacks constitutional legitimacy without a formal vote. It also comes after Hunter Biden said he was willing to testify publicly instead of a private deposition. On Friday, Republicans are holding a key conference meeting to try to convince holdouts in their party to get on board. And new tonight, former President Donald Trump is once again under a gag order. A New York court says it has reinstated it for his civil fraud trial. It bans all parties in the case from making public comments about court staff. Judge Arthur Ingram is overseeing the trial and originally imposed the order. He warns that he plans to enforce it vigorously. Here's a look at what's happening tonight across Delmarva. The Maryland State Fire Marshal is investigating after a horse stable caught fire this afternoon. Salisbury and Parsonburg volunteer firefighters responded to Old Ocean City Road in Salisbury to put out the fire. The fire marshal says the fire was accidental and caused by an electrical failure of an extension cord that caused a brush fire that extended to the stable. Luckily, the fire marshal says no one got hurt. The damage to the stable is estimated at $25,000. The Maryland Board of Public Works has approved $100,000 for the city of Crisfield for a new and improved Crisfield City Dock. The funding was approved at the November 29th Board of Public Works meeting. The office of Senator Mary Beth Carrozza requested and secured the funding through the Maryland General Assembly's capital bonds process. The office says this waterfront project will provide and host special events while creating seasonal vendor booths, eateries, and an outdoor stage with protection from the wind and rain. Well, we are just getting started tonight on Coast TV News at 11. It's the season of giving on Delmarva, another place you can go to donate new toys to children for the Marine Corps Toys for Tots campaign.
As midnight nears, watch for the clouds to roll in and rain to soon follow. We'll have your game day forecast for tomorrow's state game.
But first, Millsboro first responders say there's a need for a trauma center in town. What growing problem first responders say is contributing to this need? We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Burn that
at the beach. We're discounting Buick SUVs all month long, like $5,250 off a new Buick Envision. Or how about $199 a month for a new Buick Encore GX all-wheel drive? Nobody beats a Burton deal on Buick SUVs. Nobody.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Burton at the beach. Drive home in a new GMC Sierra 4-wheel drive for only $399 a month. Or check this out. Get a new GMC Terrain for only $259 a month. Nobody beats a Burton deal on GMC. Nobody.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
New tonight, history made in Annapolis. Stephen Decatur becomes the 5th school from the Bayside Conference to win a state title and the first since Cambridge in 1996. The Hawks took down Huntingtown 21-13, sealed by the pass breakup under a minute to play.
You can still hear the victory whoops from outside of Marine Corps Stadium. Stephen Decatur gets it done. They join Elite Company in the Bayside, just the 5th team in conference history to ever win a Maryland state title in football. And for Decatur, it's the first football title they're bringing back to Berlin. Decatur wasted no time getting going on offense. Kareem Bolden lit up the Hurricanes for a 50-yard run, and then Bryson Coleman capped the drive with his 93rd career touchdown. But Huntingtown's defense was one of the best in 2A for a reason. The Canes defense picked off Coleman twice in the first half. Score was 7-0 after the first and the second. Coleman making it happen through the air. Check out Tribe-Wise coming down with it. A college-level grab for the junior. Decatur on top, 14-0. Same score at the half to the second we go. Here comes Huntingtown. 6-yard score for the Canes. That made it 14-7 after this long run by the quarterback Evan Kuntz. Then Decatur again. They would push down the field to stretch the lead to 21-7. Desperation time for Huntingtown. Kuntz hitting the throwing touchdown. That's his 36th of the season. Extra point blocked. It's 21-13. Then after a third Decatur interception, the drive sealer. Trey Dorn with the pass breakup, and that would determine history for Decatur. After the game, the Seahawks reflected on this historic win and bring on a first title to Berlin.
You know, when you got guys like Gavin Salito, you know, leading your defense, I mean, have you guys ever seen a bigger inside linebacker before? You know, but when you got guys like that, you know, it's just the heart, the will. He's unbelievable, you know, so, you know, most of our defensive stops against Milford Mill and most of them here tonight were made by number 3. You know, his commitment to watching film and to practice, he's basically a coach on the field.
Congratulations again to the Seahawks on a perfect season and becoming the first undefeated champion from the Bayside to win it all in Maryland since 1996. That same Cambridge squad that Jake Coleman was a part of. But one final time tonight from Marine Corps Stadium, the home of the 2023 champs, the Stephen Decatur Seahawks. Tim Nolan, DSN.
It's no secret that the town of Millsboro is growing, and with that growth comes the need for more medical services. First responders say the town could specifically benefit from a trauma center. The Millsboro Fire Company says it's seen an uptick in calls from retirement communities in the area, including the neighborhood Independence. The fire company says the closest trauma center is upstate in Wilmington, but with a large number of older retirees moving to Millsboro, Fire Company EMS Supervisor Jay Myers says specialty services are needed.
Unfortunately, as we grow older, parts don't wear in, they wear out. So when most of the residents first moved in, their health was very good. But as the years go on, things start to decline.
BB Healthcare and Tidal Health are bringing medical campuses to Millsboro, but those services will not include trauma services. The town says it is not involved in the process of bringing medical facilities to town, but would support a trauma center. The search continues for a Pennsylvania escapee. The inmate was on work detail in an orchard behind the Philadelphia Industrial Correctional Facility when he climbed a fence and disappeared. He has been identified as 34-year-old Gino Hagencotter. At just after noon, all of Philadelphia prison facilities were secured and placed in lockdown. He was jailed in 2019 for violating parole on several drug, retail theft, and burglary charges.
Well, we are looking forward to stay clear for tonight, but we're going to see increasing cloud cover for tomorrow and just in time for the second statewide state championship football game that we'll be covering right here on Coast TV. Yeah, we're going to have rain for that one, so it's not going to be all neat and nice tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a messy situation out on the field. I'll show you the football forecast in just a moment. So we're at 44 degrees currently in Rehoboth. It's 35 in Redden, 39 right now, not only in Seaford, but also 39 degrees in Georgetown. Now, we are warmer than yesterday. You can feel that in the air because we're like 9 to even 11, up to even 15 degrees in Easton, warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. Part of that's due to the surge of warm air coming out of the southwest. So the feels like temperatures are pretty close to the actual temperatures. Not a problem. I mentioned that football forecast. Well, here we go. Cape Henlopen. We're hoping you guys come back victorious so it can be 2 for 2 in our viewing area, right? So as you take a look at the forecast, we're looking for rain starting at 4 o'clock, just in time for all of the barbecuing. I guess you could still barbecue in the rain if you really want to. And all of the tailgating. But as we go into like 7 o'clock, we're still expecting scattered showers. And the rain's going to stick around all night long. So as you're getting ready for this game, all the Cape Henlopen fans, you need to bring your rain gear for the stands. Bring the ponchos. Bring all of that. The rain is going to be a part of the wonderful experience of you winning your state title. We're going to stay positive with that, right? Okay, now we're going to go back to just basically weather now. We're looking at, for Friday morning, wake up to cloudy skies, but look at all this rain that we're talking about. All the green is all the rain, and all the green is everywhere with the winds out of the south. So that's why we're talking about continuous rain. Now, Saturday morning, we start off a bit clear, but Saturday afternoon, we look at the cloud cover thickening up, and we could see some drizzle associated with that thick cloud cover. Sunday, we have the rain that's definitely going to begin to push through. The parade forecast for the folks that are going to be out Saturday for the Lewis Christmas Parade, it's going to be at about 5 p.m. Right around 5 p.m. is when I'm expecting the cloud cover to change over to a chance of at least light rain. So it's going to be cloudy, warm, and a bit damp for the most part. Now, as far as the amount of rain is concerned, not too much. I mean, we're looking at about a quarter of an inch to maybe a half inch throughout the entire region in general. Now, we also have some additional rain after Saturday, but Sunday's rain, you can see as we go into Sunday in the early morning hours with embedded thunderstorms in the center part of the county, and Sunday's going to be a soaker of a day. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. Rain for Friday, so-so, but rainy, drizzle, light rain on Saturday. Sunday, bona fide showers. And Wednesday, with precipitation and 26, we could be talking snow.
Wow, Paul, thank you. As consumer spending concerns grow, retailers scale back on holiday hiring, marking the fewest seasonal job openings since 2013. A shift in how companies meet the demand during this holiday season. And it is the season of giving on Delmarva, another place you could go to donate new toys to the children for the Marine Corps Toys for Tots campaign.
It's Super Saturday at Johnny Janosic. Get an extra 20% off, including custom orders. Plus, 0% APR financing for 18 months. Saturday from 9 till 7 at all 4 Johnny Janosic World of Furniture and Mattresses.
Toyota-thon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota. Like Camry Hybrid, RAV4, Tundra, and more. How did you... Magic.
Buy a front-wheel drive Highlander with financing as low as 3.49%. Or check out an adventure-ready RAV4 and get $1,000 finance cash from Toyota.
Come in today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Life is a commitment. A beautiful journey that teaches us all that just when you think you've got it made, you've got another thing coming. To which we say, bring it on. You've got a heart that needs a hand. We've got hands committed to saving hundreds of hearts each year. You want your life back? We've got your back. and your hips and your knees. You're facing a monster? We've got heroes. Life gets off to a rough start? We've got this. And this. And this. You have fear? We have hope. You're facing a storm? Hey, storm, is that all you got? Because we've got more. More ways to help. More ways to provide hope. More ways to prove our commitment to you. And that commitment, well, it runs deep.
It's Super Saturday at Johnny Janasic. Get an extra 20% off, including custom orders. Plus, 0% APR financing for 18 months. Saturday from 9 till 7 at all 4 Johnny Janasic World of Furniture and Mattresses.
The Lewis Fire Department is partnering with the Marine Corps Toys for Tots campaign and collecting donations for children in need. You can drop off any new and unwrapped toys during the 91st Lewis Christmas Parade between 4 and 7 p.m. this Saturday, December 2nd. That's at the Lewis Fire Department station on Savannah Road. A time-honored holiday tradition took place this evening in the nation's capital. President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden ushered in the 100th National Christmas Tree lighting in President's Park outside the White House. Earlier this week, strong winds in the D.C. area knocked over the 40-foot Norway spruce. However, crews quickly righted the tree and made repairs just in time for its debut tonight. The magnificent tree will be all aglow through January 1st. Are you looking to give this holiday season? According to the town of Del Mar, Cheer Delaware is looking for drivers in Sussex County who could help take senior citizens to their medical appointments. Volunteers will be reimbursed for mileage. For more information, contact Cheer Delaware. There was a whole lineup of Christmas parades this weekend, and on Friday, December 1st, Church Street and Duke Street will close at 5 p.m. for the parade in Selbyville. To prepare for the event, there will be no on-street parking along West Church Street, Duke Street, or Railroad Avenue after 4 p.m. The holiday season is here, and with it comes many fun activities for people to enjoy, like looking at all of the holiday lights and decorations put up all across Delmarva. Take a look at your screen. We got a great holiday house here from Janice Valdez of Seaford. She beautifully decorated her Christmas tree. Thank you so much for sending in your photo. We would love to see how more of you decorate your homes for the holidays. You can send your pictures and videos to us at coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse. And the Bless Our Children campaign is in full swing. We have already collected over $99,000 to help provide Christmas for children who otherwise might go without. But as we all know, this year is creating hardship for many more people, and the need for help will be even larger. Our Christmas tree is stuffed full of cards thanks to your donations to our Bless Our Children campaign. We have another card to read tonight. It has the wise men on the front with the nativity scene. This is from Adela of Camden, Delaware. Thank you so much for your card and your donation. If you would like to help ensure that every child on Delmarva has a present to open on Christmas this year, go to blessourchildren.org. Don't forget to tune in to Coast TV News for Sunday Night Football. It's the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Green Bay Packers. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. Then we'll have your hyper-local broadcast after the game. We'll be right back.
It hardly ever snows in our house this time of year, which can be a big bummer. But I still check every day, just in case. My mom says never give up, because the holidays are full of miracles. And they are, especially with my mom.
You're always there for them, and we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, get expert guidance on estate planning and elder law to protect your legacy. Embrace the cuteness with our pet of the week. Plus, viral sensations with TikTok made me try it. Coast Life tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
82, 86. What a nice commission for me.
So what do you think? We're going to give you a free half a roof, give you new gutters, give you a gutter guard, give you a vacation for nothing.
Don't be fooled by roofing sales tactics. Remember, free isn't always free.
We climb and inspect every roof to provide an expert, honest opinion. Watch out for guys like this.
Serving Sussex County.
There's good.
There's better.
And
then there's Morse.
And that's Frank.
Unwrap some holiday fun at the Wicomico Civic Center's Frosty Family Festival on Sunday, December 3rd. Delmarva Christmas lights will deck the halls and the arena for the festive event. Tickets include unlimited access to the Bounce House Village, ornament making, letters to Santa, live music, vendors, and wandering holiday characters. Tickets are available in advance or at the door. Get yours now at WicomicoCivicCenter.org.
Wheel of Fortune is bringing the fun all season long on Fan Fridays.
How exciting is that?
Cash and prizes could be up for grabs. Watch Wheel of Fortune on Fridays and see what you can win.
Friday at 7 on CoastTV.
Next Jeopardy!
Another exciting quarterfinal matchup.
A second chance of a lifetime.
Getting the call to come back. Where were you?
On the beach in Mexico, right in my beach chair. I made sure to host to Jeopardy afterwards.
Friday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
The Cape Henlopen Vikings are headed to the state championship Friday at 6:30 p.m. Tune in to Delmarva Sports Network for an in-depth look at the Vikings' road to the state championship. Follow DSN on social media for live updates presented by Pohanka of Salisbury and Athlete Academy.
Delaware Seashore State Park has announced that the maintenance of Fresh Pond between Fred Hudson Trail and Fred Hudson Road and the Fresh Pond Route 1 parking is complete. The trail is now open as normal. Consumer spending concerns have halted the holiday hiring frenzy. Retailers have been pulling back on holiday hiring this season, announcing the fewest seasonal job openings since 2013. Several major employers, including the U.S. Postal Service and Macy's, plan to take on fewer seasonal workers when compared to last year, while companies like Walmart have indicated they will be relying largely on their regular workforce to meet the increased demand. The slowdown in holiday hiring fits with a larger cooling in the labor market.
Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders.
To those who served and those who sacrificed, thank you. Because without you, America the Beautiful would not be possible. And to show our gratitude at Ford, we're honoring veterans with a special offer. Since you're all in on America, we're all in on you. Now, veterans and service members can get a Powertrain Care Extended Service Plan plus $500 bonus cash on select Ford vehicles.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Doctors, lawyers, teachers, bus drivers, cashiers, librarians, the helpful smile of a helper, a caretaker, a healer, a giver can also hide the deepest suffering. Domestic violence impacts everyone, even our everyday heroes. What Is Your Voice is here to help. Call our helpline at 302-467-3310 or visit whatisyourvoice.org.
Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. The Cape Henlopen Vikings are headed to the state championship Friday at 6:30 p.m. Tune in to Delmarva Sports Network for an in-depth look at the Vikings' road to the state championship. Follow DSN on social media for live updates presented by Pohanka of Salisbury and Athlete Academy.
Here's a look at our umbrella giveaway winner. It's Joseph Panzeria of Milton. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. What does it feel like right now? It feels every bit of chill outside at this present time. 34 degrees, what it feels like in Georgetown. We're looking at 41 in Milton for us. We're looking for it to stay pretty much clear for us throughout a good portion of the region. Now, overall, here's a look at your exclusive Coast TV 10-day forecast. Rain on Friday, rain on Sunday, and cold with precipitation on Wednesday, maybe even a little snow.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.